how we doing? So, I totally thought, I just like record myself real quick, and I totally thought that today was Tuesday, and then I was uploading it for Wednesday, but then I realized today is Thursday, and I'm actually ahead of the game. I already uploaded my 2 videos. I'm thinking that I have to upload tonight, but here I am getting ahead of the game. um, yeah, I don't know. So real quick, something comes to mind. Your guys' write-ups have been so good, and I think a lot of you are realizing it's cool. Like, we definitely miss doing it in class. I think most of us do, but I think that you guys are like gaining another benefit from doing it on your own, and maybe just I feel like a lot of you are able to connect with yourself more, or able to realize maybe emotions that you've been suppressing or just not acknowledging. And so, what comes to my mind real quick as I'm like recording this, I'm sitting here trying to be really calm and trying not to get agitated because in the background, which you can probably hear it, my baby's crying. And not to talk too much about my baby, but we just start sleep training, which once they reach a certain age, you basically transition to their crib. A lot of people have done it already before the baby hits a certain, age, but we waited a really long time, so we're finally doing it. And it's like the hardest thing ever because you basically just have to let your baby cry. And it sounds really mean, and it kind of is really mean, but people swear by it, so we've been doing it. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, how can I deliver like a calm class for you guys? So I'm just using my breath, using the tools of yoga to, get through it and kind of put that distraction out of my mind, even though it's making me feel agitated. But what am I doing? I'm acknowledging that feeling. So I just want to let you know that you can use your tools. Like, yoga is so cool because it's yoga's everywhere. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to get on my mat or I'm going to practice yoga. We use yoga off the mat too. We use yoga. We use yoga to deal with difficult situations, to ground ourselves, to really whatever. We can use it however we want. So, and a lot of you are already doing that in your journal write-ups. You're telling me how you're like navigating, being stuck at home and learning, how to use Play-Doh online, or how your teachers are learning. You guys probably know how to use it pretty well, but just like the frustrations that come along with that. But you're using your yoga, your breathing, and your intention setting and whatnot to work with that. So I think that's really cool, and I just wanted to let you know how I use my yoga. Like right now, I'm using my yoga to just kind of stay centered with my breath, stay connected in the present moment, and kind of put the baby crying, out there, kind of like on ice for now. And then when I want to come back to the baby crying, I can. But knowing that I have the power to say, okay, she's crying, I'm going to breathe, I'm going to teach. So, yeah. Okay. That was my little rant. Let's get started. So let's get started up nice and tall. Now, I don't really have a plan for today's class. I'm just going to let my mouth lead us wherever we go. I'm going to try to keep it about 15 minutes. So sitting up nice and tall. If you're like me and you're feeling a little bit agitated or anxious or stressed, go ahead and notice that. And you might even begin to notice where it's living. Do you feel that feeling in your chest? Do you feel it in your belly? Maybe you feel it through your face or your brain. Where do you feel that emotion in your body? And if you're feeling really good right now, you're happy, you're excited, same thing. Where do you feel those areas of excitement and of happiness? Let yourself just really feel whatever you're feeling, whether it's good, bad. Maybe it's bringing more stress about thinking about it. That's okay. And as you've taken some time to acknowledge it, now take some time to let it go. Ask yourself, what would it look like if I wasn't worrying about that right now, or if I didn't feel that way? What would that look like for you? Can you just pretend? Almost like, when you go shoe shopping or clothes shopping, we try on our clothes. If we don't like them, then we put them back. If we like them, we buy them. That's what we're doing right now with our emotions. If the emotions are overwhelming, too much to deal with, we're putting them back. And we're trying on new emotions. And if we like the way those new emotions make us feel, then we'll keep them. Start to bring more awareness to your breath. See if you can allow the breath to be deeper and fuller. Eventually dropping into that 3-part breath. Breathing in through the belly, ribs, chest, and then chest, ribs, belly. Using these first few moments to just check in, letting go anything that doesn't serve you. Let it go. You might find yourself taking a bigger exhale to really physically just breathe it out of the body. You might find yourself taking a nice sigh out. Sometimes when I feel like I have a lot of tension or weight on my shoulders, I'll inhale, bring my shoulders up to my ears, and then exhale, drop my shoulders down. Let's actually do that a few times together. Inhale, tighten the shoulders, draw them up to the ears. Big exhale, let it go. Inhale, let it go. One more time. If you want to lift your arms up, inhale, reach, big breath in. Let it go. Cool. Let's move a little bit. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale through center. Move with the breath. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep going with your own breath. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, twist. Keep going. One more time each side. As you come into the left, pause here. Start to take your chin and turn it towards your shoulder. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. Tailbone presses down into the mat. Another breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale to the right. Pausing here, start to take the the chin towards the shoulder, Sit up nice and tall. Crown of the head reaches, tailbone reaches down. Big breath here. Good. One more breath in. Breath out, release. And who was I kidding when I said that yoga video would be 15 minutes? We're already at 8 minutes. Sorry. Alright, slowly come to your hands and your knees. I've been doing a lot of seated stuff, so I'm going to try to get us standing a little more today. So just start to work into the body like always, coming onto all fours. Maybe you make movement forward to backwards. Maybe you go side to side. And when you're ready, come to stillness, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. We'll do a few cat and cows to stretch into the back. Inhale for cow pose as you drop the belly, lift chest and tail. Exhale, roll your tailbone under, round your upper back, tuck your chin, cat pose. Keep going at your own pace. Inhale to lift chest and tail. Exhale to tuck and round. One more of each. And then release. Tuck your toes under, find your first downward facing dog. So we're in that nice inverted V position. Feet are about hip width apart, hands are about shoulder width apart. Press your hips back and then bring your gaze right between the legs. Start to pedal the feet out side by side, bending the right knee, then the left knee. Good. Come to stillness, press the heels down, hips back. Big breath in, big breath out. Look forward, walk the feet to the hands. Take the feet really wide, probably as wide as your mat. Take opposite hand to elbow and slowly find ragdoll. So again, our feet are wider than they normally are. And we're bending our knees maybe more than we normally would here. So we're really releasing through the back and through the hamstrings. We're relaxing through our neck. No wrinkles should be in the back of the neck. Good. Slowly release. And slowly come all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Take a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. So remember, we want a flat back here. Hands come to the shins. Look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Breath out, hands come down, step back. First high to low push up. Drop the knees if you need. Bend the elbows. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good. Stay here for 3 breaths. Stay in your down dog for 3 breaths. Come on, directly. Lift your right leg up behind you. Step it through warrior 1. So our front foot is at 12 o'clock and our back foot is down at a 45-degree angle. Take your arms behind your back, interlace them. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold forward. Rinse the shoulder blades out and look back at the left foot. Breathe. Release your arms. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, flip your palm, reach up and back. Notice the legs don't move at all. Strong through the legs. Look up at your right hand. You should feel a nice stretch through the right side of the body. Come back to warrior 2. Extended side angle, right arm to right thigh, left arm reaches over your head. Option to take the hand down. Option to find a half bind. So this left arm will come behind the back and we'll wrap the right arm underneath the right leg to find the left fingertips. From here, you want to rotate your heart up. So you're using that left forearm to open the hip up. If you notice you're like this and you're real rounded in the back, then try coming to here. So still tucking the arm, but the hand's not wrapping under, because we want to create flexibility here first before we're trying to power through a pose that our body doesn't really want to get into. If you're into that full bind, release. We'll all come back to warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down. Come through your high to low push up. Bend your elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts to the sky. Step it through, warrior one. Again, that back foot pivots down at a 45-degree angle. Front foot at 12 o'clock. Breathe. Hands come behind your back and interlace them. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold forward, rinsing the shoulder blades out. Looking back at your big toe. Release, inhale, reach up. And then open up warrior two pose. So now we're pivoting the back foot open to 10 o'clock. Our hips are open now. Reverse your warrior, flip your palm, reach back. Keep the legs nice and strong here. They're not moving at all. We're stretching through the waist. Come back to warrior two, extended side angle. Option to drop the left hand. Option to tuck the fingertips behind the back and find the right hand. Rotate the heart up towards the sky. So whichever variation works for you, does not matter. If you're in that full bind, start to release. We'll all come back to warrior two. Breath in and breath out. Hands come down. Come through your high to low push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. We're going to either walk or hop our feet outside of our hands. So hop or walk. Let the feet be really wide and then drop the hips down. Draw the hands to your heart, yogi squat. Stretching into the hips now, we're pressing our triceps into the inner thighs to stretch. Coming into our crow pose, plant your hands down. You want to make sure there's equal space between your hands. Start to draw your knees to your armpits. Look forward and see if you can lift one or both feet off the mat. So one foot, maybe the other. Maybe you can get both feet up. Maybe you can bring the big toes together to touch and then lift those toes up. Maybe you can start to straighten the arms. Give you about 30 more seconds just to play if you want. If crow pose really isn't for you right now or you're not feeling it, go ahead and take child's pose. And you can do this anytime there's something in the practice that you're like not feeling. Go ahead and take child's pose. One time I took a 75-minute class. It was actually not that long ago, right before this whole quarantine. And I was so excited to go, and then I just laid in child's pose the whole time. I just didn't want to move. I didn't feel good. And I just took child's pose for 75 minutes. So you just gotta do what you gotta do. And you know what? I still did yoga. I breathed. I was present. I did child's pose. Good. When you're finished, let's release and come all the way up to our feet. We're gonna do some balance poses. We haven't done them in a while. Inhale, reach up. Right side eagle. So the right arm's gonna come underneath. If possible, bring the right hand to the left palm. Lift the right leg up and wrap it around. So it can either find one wrap or it can wrap all the way around so the toes tuck around the calf, or you can find a little kickstand here. Breathe, stand nice and tall. Notice how eagle pose makes you feel. Take one more breath here. And breath out, release. Reach the arms up to the sky, stretch tall. Left side eagle, left arm under, left palm comes inside of right palm if possible. Left leg comes up, wrap it around. Also an option, which I forgot to cue the first time, but to give yourself a hug. If the arms are too complicated and it's causing too much tension up here, just wrap your arms around yourself, no big deal. Release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in, breath out, fold. Inhale, rise. Draw your hands to your heart. Lift the right leg up. Find your knee and open up to the right. Reach your left fingertips out beside you. And then draw your gaze to the left thumb. Be aware of your breath here. Whenever we practice balancing movements, for whatever reason, our breath, we stop breathing. So notice if that's you, if you stop breathing. I think it's because we're focusing so hard. We're like, oh, don't fall over, that our breath just freezes. So find the breath. From here, you're going to bring your right knee back to center. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Right arm reaches back. Look back at your right thumb. Think about really standing and pressing through that left foot, reaching long through the crown of the head. This is a really nice standing spinal twist. Good. Come back to center. If you feel like you need a break, go ahead and bring that right foot down. If not, we're going to come into another pose. So you're going to keep this lifted. You're going to take the right ankle to the left knee, and you're going to bring your hands to your heart. From here, you're going to start to sit. So you're going to start to bend that left knee, okay? For some of you, you might just stay right here. For some of you, you might come down like this. You might bring the hands down. Whatever feels good. And I am going to teach another balance pose from here. So if you're someone who wants to, you like the inversions and the hand balances, here you go. But for all the other people, just stay here. So you see how my foot's already hooked outside of my tricep? It's kind of like a handle. I'm going to take my hands down just like in crow pose. I'm going to bring this knee to the right forearm. I'm going to look forward just like I do in crow pose. And I'm going to start to lift that back leg. Okay? From there, which I haven't done this in a while, I don't think I can do it. You can go ahead and straighten that left leg. I haven't done it in a while. So if you want to go ahead and straighten that leg, but maybe just play with that, this balance. So yeah, you'll lift that back leg up. All right. All right, let's slowly come out of that. That one's a leg burner. Shake the legs out. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Draw the left knee up. Find the left knee open up. Look over to the right. Breathe. Slowly bring the knee through center. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Left arm reaches back. Stand tall for the standing leg. Tall for the spine. We send fresh breath into our body. Come back to center. Keep the leg lifted or take a little break if you need. Then when you're ready, you're going to draw the ankle to the right knee this time. Hands to heart. Start to bend the right knee. Stay here or come down, stay here. And you'll find that this is a really nice glute stretch. Or for the balance, again, hook the foot onto the tricep. Left knee to left arm. Look forward. See if you can lift that right foot up. And maybe straighten. Which I can do. A few more breaths there, wherever you are. And then when you're ready, come out of it. That side didn't burn as much. Did I miss a move or something? I'm not sure. Maybe I missed something. All right. Inhale, reach up. And since we're playing around, we're going to do one more. We're going to do headstand just to keep it fresh in your yoga pose, toolbox, or whatever you want to call it. So when you're ready, come down to the hands and the knees. Interlace the fingertips so both pinky fingers are flat on the mat. Elbows in nice and tight. Bring the head down. Tuck the toes. This is the important part. Walk the feet in. Draw one knee into the chest and then the other if you can. Okay. Okay, headstand. So you're gonna lace the fingertips together. Make sure that both pinky fingers are flat on the mat. Make sure that the elbows are in nice and tight and not really wide. You're gonna place the hairline down onto the ground. Tuck the toes, walk the toes in until you can't anymore. So we want the hips lined up over the shoulders. From here, see if you can bring one knee into the chest and then the other knee. If you perfect this ball, see if you can lift one leg up and maybe the other leg up. And then slowly come back down into that ball. If you do all those steps pretty well, see if you can start to kind of float the feet up. Float the feet down. Give you a few seconds there. Again, there should never be any pressure in the neck or the head. If there is, then you need to rework something. So play around on your own. Again, if this pose is not for you, child's pose. We'll all meet in child's pose. In your child's pose, take the right arm, thread it under, right ear down. Switch. Good, start to release. Come up to your comfortable seat. Let's just do a V set. So take your legs into a V, stretch over to the right. Just doing it quick. This is more for our back. We're stretching into the back. So make sure you're not rounding. We're like reaching. Come through center, inhale, exhale, open to the left. Again, opening our body. Come back to center, inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, fold from the hips. Slowly come back. Draw the feet together, fold forward. Nice deep breaths. And slowly come up. Good. We're going to come down to our backs. And we're going to take our feet nice and wide. And like we've done many times, you're just going to take the knees side to side. Move at your own pace. Next time the knees drop all the way to the right, pause. Option to take the right heel and hook it on top of the left knee and draw that knee down. If that doesn't feel good, come back to the first way. Slowly come back to center. Drop your knees to the left. Again, hook that left heel on top of the right knee if you'd like. Slowly release. Hug your knees into your chest. And Shavasana. Let the body relax. Let go anything that doesn't serve you. Allow yourself to be in the present as much as you possibly can. When you're ready, slowly bring more awareness back into your body. You can start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And then you can reach your arms up over your head. Stretch your legs out nice and long. Take a full body stretch just like you were waking up for the first time in the morning. And then hug your knees into your chest and roll over to your most comfortable side. Take a moment to really observe how you're feeling right now in this moment. How does the body feel? Right now, how does it feel? As you're ready, slowly come up into a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall with the shoulders relaxed. Perhaps setting an intention for yourself, an affirmation or a way that you would like to feel for the rest of your day, even the rest of your week. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach your arms over your head. And then exhale, draw your hands to your heart center. And together, bowing forward in gratitude, we say, Namaste. We gained a little happy one. She woke up from her very short nap. So that was that. You will notice, you might notice, I had to pause the video like so many times because I have two dogs and they kept barking or coming in. So, yeah, if it seems like a little choppy, I'm going to edit it, but if it seems a little choppy, that's why. I can't apologize enough for, like, the quality of the videos. I really wish that they were better, but the reality of the situation is that all of our lives are chaotic, and we just got to kind of do what we have to do to make things work. So, again, I'm really thankful for all of you and really appreciate all of you being patient and being so kind to me during this transition, and I hope that you're still able to get a lot out of this. So, yeah, I totally forgot to prompt you to do the before journal, so hopefully you remembered. Looks like I'm forgetting to do a lot, so it is what it is again. So go ahead, turn the video off and make sure you do your 5-minute journal and then upload that to Play-Doh. Okay? Bye. Can you say bye, Maisie? Can you say bye? Have a good day, guys.